In order to truly raise awareness about domestic abuse, first we need to understand what abuse really is. A lot of the time, when people think about domestic abuse, they picture bruises, broken bones, cuts, black eyes. That's why we like to try and stray away from referring to it as domestic violence and calling it domestic abuse, which is an umbrella term which includes violence and all the other tactics and methods of abuse that start long before someone even picks up their hand to lay a finger on you. Abuse is about power and control. It's not just about anger and angry outbursts. Domestic abuse could show itself in your relationship through constant criticism. It could be monitoring where you go and who you talk to. It could be controlling how you dress. It could be giving you no control over your personal finances, making you entirely dependent on them. It's isolating you away from those friends that love and care about you, because even if you're living through abuse, it is still really hard to label it as such. It's hard to know what you're going through sometimes until you're out on the other side of it and you reflect back and you look at what you experienced and you're like, yeah, actually, that was abuse. And it takes talking about it and raising awareness for some people to have that moment of reflection and understanding for themselves. And maybe that will help give them grace. It took me years to actually admit that what I'd been going through was domestic abuse because it sounded too extreme. Even though what I'd been through was so extreme, the word abuse almost had this stigma to it because we all like to think and believe that it could never be us. But unfortunately, not enough of us know how to actually identify what we're going through as abuse. There's too many other terms out there that glorifies this type of behavior. There's too many excuses made for perpetrators of this behavior. And there's too many expectations within society that we put onto ourselves in order to remain in something that is actually very volatile and dangerous just because of outside appearances. Abuse is about power and control. It's about making someone feel like they can't speak up for themselves, or if they do, there may be repercussions or consequences. So, domestic abuse isn't just cuts and bruises, it is tactics of manipulation that is used to gain power and control